Well, the Fantastic Four enters the MCU universe.
It's a no for me, dog.
Courtesy of Disney. Yeah! And it's everything you want it to be. Great characters.
It's true.
Great storyline.
It's true.
Full of action.
It's true.
And Disney says, wait a minute.
Hold up.
Push that all to the side.
Wait a minute.
The reason why we're making the movie?
No! God, please, no! No!
For modern audiences.
Fuck.
We suck again!
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this, Hollywood, you don't disappoint.
That is true!
The Fantastic Four, another movie in the long line of Disney trash.
What's up?
But it's what's next. Hey, happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is what's next, another episode for you. And as always, your daily dose. Hope you guys are doing well today. Well, spring is a-coming. And of course, you're waiting for those epic blockbusters at the theaters to make a comeback. You know, still waiting for that. Because we have had sprinkles, you know. Deadpool and Wolverine, Spider-Man No Way Home, Top Gun Maverick. We've only had a sprinkle. Well, Disney's about to change all that. Because, wait for it, kids, the Fantastic Four is coming. Yes, the Fantastic Four is entering the MCU universe, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to have great storylines. It's going to have amazing characters. It's going to be action-packed. No, it's not. Why? Because it's being made for modern audiences. Disney, you're not disappointing. I'll tell you that. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Disney Marvel Fantastic Four wades into gender politics, leading Lady Sue Storm won't be a doormat. Disney-owned Marvel Studios is still trying to give its legacy characters an update for the modern era, even if its upcoming Fantastic Four reboot, which hopes to reverse a trend for a box office failure for the suffering woke brand. Wow, you're asking a lot. Excuse me. Fantastic Four First Steps has one major red flag, and one of its stars, the extremely overexposed Pedro Pascal, Game of Thrones, Mandalorian, Last of Us, shitty commercials, declaring, quote, "A world without trans mental people has never existed and never will," then taunting fans who disagreed with his virtue signaling. Let's show a little bit of the trailer, shall we?
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
And you can tell that it's being made for the 1960s.
Okay. Okay. Is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
Now, this is not a origin story.
Right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here.
Okay, I'm not going to go to the rest of it because, of course, copyright nonsense. Anyway, now a preview of Entertainment Weekly says First Steps deeply concerned with gender politics and revamping beloved characters for the modern age. In particular, British actress Vanessa Kirby says she wants Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, not to be a doormat or merely a sweet mother. Quote, "If you played an exact 60s Sue today, everyone would think that she's a bit of a doormat." Vanessa Kirby says, "No, this is someone who's never read the comic because, no, Sue Storm was never like that." So figuring how to capture the essence of what she represented in each generation, where gender politics were different, and embody that today, was one of the great joys of this. Over the years, Sue was involved in several ways. Her abilities expanded from individual invisibility to control over electromagnetic light and force fields, making her arguably the team's most powerful member. Questionable. Very, very questionable. At various times, she became a mother, a leader, a skimpily clad dominatrix named Malice. Synthesizing all these aspects into a single character was a lot of fun for Kirby, who said motherhood, in particular, became key role throughout the line. Sue's pregnancy will play a significant part in the plot of First Steps. Okay, well, at least she's a mother. She's not a barren woman. So there's that. Quote, Matt and I were really aware that it hasn't been really a mother with a baby, those superhero archetypes women have been getting into. Did anybody see The Incredibles? It's just me. One of the things I love most of Sue's history is when she becomes Malice. All of her dark stuff comes out. I was upset with the character, with that chapter of her life. So I wanted to make sure that those were the tones of Malice that they were then with her. And she wasn't the stereotype of a goody, sweet mother. Kirby continues, I've always been really interested in the mess of femininity. And how can you be both? How can you be all things? Not just a tough, invincible, powerful woman, but the mother who gives birth, which is itself a superhero act. I love these characters, are real humans in a messy family who argue and try to work it out and get things done. Well, at least she didn't trash motherhood. Gotta give her that. By the same token, Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch, is less arrogant and womanizing, quote unquote, compared to previous depictions of the character. Actor Joseph Quinn, who is also from the UK, because of course for some reason, unknown reason, we can't get American actors to play these characters, says that he and Marvel Studios mastermind Kevin Feige think that kind of personality is no longer, quote unquote, sexy. He's a man that leads with a lot of bravado, which can be a front sometimes. But he's also funny, Quinn says. Myself and Kevin Feige were speaking about previous iterations of him and where we were cordially. He was branding this womanizing devil-may-care guy, but is it sexy these days? I don't think so. This version of Johnny is less callous with other people's feelings, and hopefully there's a self-awareness about what's driving the attention-seeking behavior. So, if I'm reading that right, you want Johnny to tap into his feminine side, so you want to make him soy, or, I don't know, gay. Anyway, the Marvel Cinematic Universe brand has been taking a beating in recent years with two big exceptions, Spider-Man No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine, which were more the brainchild of Fox and Sony than Marvel and Feige. The Avengers Studios has put out more misses than hits, starting with 21's Eternals. No, I'm going to go the one before that, Black Widow. That was trash. Anyway, 21 Eternals, the MCU quickly lost its Infinity War Endgame mojo, as uninspired, spectacular, plus tacked-on DEI messaging turned off longtime fans and casual viewers. Ant-Man 3 tried to set up a Thanos-level villain for the future Avengers series, but that plan was scrapped after actor Jonathan Majors was convicted for beating his wife. Anyway, in 23 Captain Marvel sequels, The Marvel, which demoted star Brie Larson to sidekick, next to two obscure actresses, made history as a box office bomb, reported losing over $230 million. This year's Captain America Brave New World, which tried to shove Anthony Mackie's Hawkeye into Captain America mantle, a la Indiana Jones, also flopped hard after prolonged and expensive reshoots. Critics and pundits hope that Marvel had dropped its subversive culture warring posture after so much bombs, after so much failures, with Disney CEO Bob Iger vowing to put entertainment over messaging. Barbara saw through this plot immediately. However, Fantastic Four may prove the brand still hasn't hit rock bottom soon after the Suicide Squad-esque Thunderbolt sweeps through the theaters unnoticed. My thoughts. Quickly now. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for Disney and Marvel to get it straight? Why is it so hard for them to just come with common sense and say, hey, guess what? You know, it's canon. It's already in the books. Why? Because Disney knows only one way how to make a movie. They trash it. That's all they know how to do. Ever since Black Widow, every single movie that's come out of the MCU has been trash. What wasn't mentioned in there was Thor, emasculated and deballed. And of course, let's see, Doctor Strange, something madness, whatever, I forgot. And, what else? Oh, Wakanda 2, with no Chadwick Boseman. They gave him, 30 seconds at the beginning of the movie and then say, the hell with it, and we're just going to trash the rest of the movie. But anyway, Disney Marvel has had a shitty track record. Why stop? Why stop? Like the old moniker, like the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But for Disney, you're right. There's nothing wrong with the content. So we're going to continue to just break it anyway. We're just going to continue to just blow it up anyway, because that's all they know how to do. Even though Iger made it very clear, you need to stop this shit, and we need to go back to doing great movies and stop the messaging. Disney says, "I'm sorry, I can't hear you." Fuck that noise. We're going to continue to make trash ass movies because we can. And again, can you say crater? Can you say bomb? Oh yes, I can, and it's coming. Yes, May. I think it's May, early May. I think it's early May that the Fantastic Four rebut is coming. Yeah, it's going to be butt all right, but ugly. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue to spread this word. Continue to spread this word? Really? Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.